Suya sapai sokorare akai rotanya rosat chia tsokorati ko ayala uaraya yela warai chitan choanake atai iatan yaro ukoi kai kokorai ke Ndi akai akaru akai Ndi akaru koro akai. We come to you, dear earthlings, from an expansiveness far beyond earth in both space and time. We are ancient primordial beings. We are amongst those who weave the energies of the crystalline gridwork of Earth herself. We weave the crystalline gridwork of Earth herself. This energetic gridwork that aligns and anchors into the heavenly body of Earth and impacts and connects to each and every earthly being. 2024 has been an intense time for all of you for two very clear and distinct reasons. If you're receiving this message, you are unique in your level of awareness and openness. You have been deeply immersed in your own healing at many levels over the past year. At the level of your body, at the level of your emotional body, energetically, and at the level of your spiritual expansiveness. You have been pushed and nudged and encouraged to expand your spiritual awareness and consciousness, to open up your rational mind to new ways of receiving and connecting into energies. For this crystalline gridwork has been in a rapid phase of accelerated expansion and upgrade as part of the ascension process of Earth herself. This purpose, again, being twofold. For you to open your level to receive energies that are far beyond what you have experienced before, to receive transmissions in a way that you have not experienced before. Perhaps you've heard of such possibilities. Perhaps you have not. The ability to directly receive energies, wisdom, messages, without having read it, without even having heard it, at least in a more visible level way, but through a direct cognizance, through your intuitive means, through the senses that are beyond your 5 basic senses. So you have been in a rapid phase of both clearing and attuning your senses and your intuition, expanding your senses and intuition to being able to receive in this more direct manner, in a more direct manner that bypasses ways of traditional understanding and cognizance, that bypasses more superficial levels of your consciousness, but goes directly speaks directly to your soul, and yet doesn't simply remain at that etheric level, but is able to be integrated into every aspect of your beingness, and is able to be impactful to every aspect of your human beingness, your earthly life. So opening your ability to receive these direct transmissions, and opening your ability to be able to process and digest these direct transmissions so that you can manifest in your life. So that you can manifest in your life, again, bypassing traditional ways that you may go through a process of healing, a process of expanding your understanding. It's an acceleration. It is a shortcut. It is a portal. Again, those of you who are receiving this message now, you've been preparing for this. You've been preparing for this, like at every single level that is possible. You've been preparing your body. You've been preparing your mind. You've been preparing yourself emotionally. You've been preparing yourself through your spiritual expansion to enter this other dimensional, this ascension place of beingness that allows you to receive direct transmission, process direct transmission, and impact your life through manifestation of what you have received. More and more as we shift and move closer to 2025, you will begin to have these experiences in small and big ways. In addition, the next phase for all beings will be the ability to transmit what you have received. Now, this does not have to look like a class where you are teaching others. This actually looks like you in your manifestation state, you expressing what you have received through direct transmission, through you changing your life, through the healing leaps and bounds that you experience. You embody it, for this is the key with this ascension phase of Earth. What we're speaking about does not remain just in the etheric realms. What we are speaking about does not only impact a few unique individuals who've spent and dedicated this life and many lifetimes preparing for this. This is something that is meant to be accessible to all earthly beings. Each phase of this process, the rapid, accelerated healing that leads to the openness of receiving, that leads to the ability to process direct transmission, that leads to the ability to manifest direct transmission, that leads to the ability to transmit what one has received. This all links back to your connection, your direct connection to the crystalline grid of Earth herself. You are receiving messages through this grid, and you can transmit messages through this grid, again, through direct beingness. What we will experience moving forward is the possibility, more and more, becoming a reality, that much learning and expansion and healing and growth can happen in other dimensions and planes without the anchored, deep process that you have known in this lifetime and across many other lifetimes. Those of you who are hearing this message have had training to prepare you for this moment in other lives. You've had experiences in this life that have accelerated your own process to allow you to be open to even hearing of this message. Now, as for how visible level reality will appear, there will be many that continue to use traditional means of communication to transmit messages and healing. For, of course, this is an imprint that has been present since the dawn of Earth herself and humanity. So even though there will be levels that look like they're lower dimensional, the energies of the higher dimensional work of direct transmission will be constantly present and be helping those that are communicating in that more direct manner to evolve. This will be the next phase where the push will be, I've taught this way, I've explained this way, I've used this way of teaching my entire career, my entire training, my entire life. And again, we speak into this whether you have a career that directly has you engaging with individuals or it is about your beingness on this planet and your interaction with others. You will be pushed to shift how you communicate and how you connect. It will expand to be more telepathic. It isn't that you won't use words, but you'll become more and more aware of the energies that are between the words. You will become more and more aware of what is coming through as the message within the message. There will be less energies that are spent on directly communicating and supporting people in ways that, for example, let us use a very rooted analogy. Traditional therapy, traditional talk therapy, where you may talk in circles around a particular issue to try to get to the heart of the matter, almost like a spiral. But that spiral being one that is very grounded. The spiral that we are opening to would be like if you could lift the center of the spiral and pull it upwards. So it becomes an infinite spiraling energy that allows you to connect into higher and higher dimensions of consciousness and allows you to bring them to other levels with great ease. It unanchors it, it ungrounds it, it removes the densities, the gravity of earthly beingness, and yet it is very much connected to earthly beingness. It's an embodiment, a spiral embodiment that allows you to access these higher dimensional ways of communicating, connecting, receiving, and transmitting wisdom, healing, information, energies. We have shared many words, and we will close with a activation to support your unique connection with the energy grid, the crystalline grid of Earth herself. For this is how you are accessing and connecting into this expansive web that's way beyond what your internet, the web, can provide for you. Suya toy karoa Suya tanyaro akareo Suya naye korawaya toae Sanjaro akarara